two places that Substack actually pushes out to, and it's LinkedIn and YouTube. And those are like two places that I feel if you're going to be on social platforms, like LinkedIn is kind of like those thought leaders, those people. And then, at least YouTube, although it restricts what we have to say, which is why I like podcasting because it's unrestricted. You can speak your truth. At least there you're getting found a little bit better because it's part of Google. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I do think that in 18 months, we're going to see a lot of people over there. And people are going to try to use it like social media. So I think I think what'll happen is it'll blow up and people will be like, oh my goodness, this is working. And then all of a sudden it's going to stop working for a bit. And then it might come back around, but I do think right now is like the time to get in because like it's going to be the early adapters, right? So like the Instagram people that were like, oh my goodness, yes, I'm gonna like show you my food, and now they're making millions because they started in the beginning. But I do think that it will get loud with AI while people are trying to figure out this platform. But I also think that if we really look at it as something that's a way to build connection, it's really going to change how that works. So do I think it'll be Clubhouse that falls off? I don't know for sure. I think it's going to get messy in 18 months and then have to like refigure itself out. But I don't think it's going anywhere. And I think that the AI slop is going to get weeded out real fast over there because it's definitely people that want to go deeper. Good morning, everyone. I am so excited. I always like to start, I like to just, if you can do like a quick introduction of who you are. And just so we know who's in the room, I'm all about building community, and I think community is important, which is why I love Substack, because now podcasters have an ability to build community. I'm going to say right now in the beginning, do I think you should move your podcast over to their RSS feed? That is a 0 out of 10 right now. It's a lot more work to work on distribution. I haven't tested it as well, and I don't recommend it right now. Keep your podcast separate, but we can bring the content over there, and maybe when their backend gets a little bit better, because it does feed into an RSS feed, they're thinking about us, and that is exciting. So who wants to go first with a quick little 90 seconds, just so we know who's in the room, in case we want to connect with each other and all the fun things?
I'll go.
Okay.
Aline, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. I don't know where to start. To start off with, kind of like a floater right now. I take care of my mom who lives out of town. So I have all of these tools, and I really love writing a bit, and I love the sovereignty of my own life and finding the balance between being a part of something and being a part of nothing is important to me. So I'm recently retired, like 6 years ago from corporation, and I decided to do life differently than be the same person. So I'm noticing my growth and how much I've transformed myself from being kind of out there fixing things and helping and sorting and mentoring to kind of inside myself with a lot of tools to share. And I really love getting deep with writing, and I enjoy Substack, how if someone's on someone's Substack, they're very interested and they do read the articles rather than skimming across. So I'm really intrigued by Jennifer's work. I think I met Jennifer in 2019. We were in a group, and I've lightly followed from the sideline, but I love learning and processing, and I like the big picture stuff and shrinking it down to a little bit of gold essence that maybe needs to be said. Thank you.
Who's next?
I'll go.
Yay.
Hey, Queens. I'm Kimberly Spencer. I'm the founder of Crown Yourself Coaching and Communication Queens, where we are a done with you consulting agency for your marketing, branding, and visibility ecosystem building needs. I'm very excited to learn from Jen about the power of Substack. I love writing. I have always identified as a writer. The thought of AI doing all the writing in all the ways for all the things is just like horrific to me. And I love the power that can come through words, and I have a love affair with language. I'm also a mom to 3 amazing, young, spunky, cheeky children, which is super fun. And they're a big part of my business.
And she's been in New York Square with multiple books, this one and her fart book.
And our fart book. Yep. Yeah. Yep. So we did a visibility campaign. Me and my 8-year-old son, my 2 boys, 8 and 4, were consultants on our fart book. They told me which illustrations were funny. That's our entrepreneur test for our children.
Who's next?
I'll go. I'm Kim Peak. I have a small marketing and podcast production agency. I work primarily with public speakers, but in the last year, I started something called the Yes Life Project. I'm a divorced empty nester and reinvented my life after my divorce and a really brutal breakup. And throughout that process, came up with a bunch of tools that helped me get my life back. And so that is what I am teaching through the Yes Life Project, when I help people say yes to themselves and live a life that's fulfilling.
I'm so excited. I love your content. It inspired me to get outside.
Thank you.
So thank you. Debbie?
Morning. How are you guys?
Good.
So good to see you. So I have gone through a major transformation. I've been in business for myself for about 6 years. I recently just started a partnership in marketing and branding with a business partner, and we're on year 2 revenue, 4 months in. And then also I do something called brain spotting, and I help people get over trauma and different things like that. So I'm making a big pivot. So that's why I'm here. I have no clue where this is going to lead me, but I'm really interested in Substack because I hate showing up online in like video. I'm still working through some of that myself. So yeah, I'm just glad to meet you all.
We're happy to have you. Veronica or Lisa, I know you're not online or on camera, but did you want to share? You're muted, Lisa.
Yeah. Okay. I just got a new phone yesterday. I'm like a little discombobulated with it. I'm Lisa Schoenthal, and I have Breath of Freedom retreats and experiences. I also have Sip Tea with Me, the podcast, and my Substack is The Sensual Traveler. I just found out last night when I got my new phone that I'm locked out of it. So I'm going to have to work through that today. But I'm all about travel. I'm all about transformational travel, changing your life by changing your position, your location, just refreshing your heart and soul by getting out in the world. So that is who I am. Jen has been the catalyst for all my things. She set up my Substack, helped me do that. She kicked my ass and told me I was going to have a podcast in like 5 seconds. Yeah, all her wisdom is I'm forever indebted. So it's nice to be here with you guys. I just teach a yoga class today, so I'm getting ready to go. But
good to see you.
You do.
Veronica, I don't know if you can come on or not.
Hi. Yes, I can.
Hello.
I'm sorry,
Perfect.
I'm not camera ready, but at least
That's
I can
fine.
do audio. Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. So I help the bereaved navigate their grief journey through classes and mediumship and all sorts of things. I'm an energy worker, and I have a strong community, and they've been asking to see more of my material. So Substack seems like the perfect next step, along with the podcast that I have yet to launch. I did buy the microphone and I have all the setup, but I just haven't taken that plunge yet. So I think this year has been the year of getting more visible. So
Oh,
yeah,
I'm excited.
me
I'm
too.
excited. And we might even be able to like combine video into your Substack, because you can go live there too, which I think is going to be a cool thing for Substack.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, people want YouTube, they want Substack, they want podcasts, they want everything, and a book. So I'm working on all of them, just piecemeal. So it's just been quite interesting.
And the fun thing is they all go together. Like that's what I've learned.
Yeah.
Like if you've been in my journey, which most of you have for a while, it's like podcasting, and then the book came, and then the Substack or the speaking came, and then now Substack. And if you're looking for a traditional publishing deal, there's a lot of people that are using Substack to get positioned correctly
Nice.
with Substack. And there's a couple of people that I'm following. I have a couple different mentors in Substack right now, because I want to know all the things, because I'm like, this platform is like this is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm really excited.
Yeah. I also have a lot of already written material that I can just repurpose and stick on Substack to get started with. So
I
just
love
here
it.
to
We're going
learn.
to call it remodel though, because we're not going to repurpose it over on Substack, because repurposing is the fastest way to get us not seen.
Oh, okay. Good to
And
know.
that's
Awesome.
coming. But I'm like we're remodeling. That's partially because I'm the architect now, but we can't just repurpose. Like
Okay.
I'll warn everybody right now, like don't just pull your blog and stick it over there. It's not going to work. That's the fastest way to burn yourself out. That's why we've burnt out so much of how we've repurposed our podcasts and things in the past, is we really have to remodel it for the platform. It's not hard. It doesn't take a lot of work, but there is a remodeling feature that we have to do on Substack.
Perfect. Good to know. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning, Lisa. We're just sharing who we are.
Do you want me to go again?
No, we have two Lisas now.
Sorry,
Sorry, Lisa.
there must be another Lisa, 1969.
Same here too. Yep. Good morning. Do you want me to say something?
Yeah, just who you are, what you do. We just are kind of getting to know each other, and then I'm going to roll right in.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't sleep well. I am in Arizona. And you want to know about like my background or
Just a little bit about you. What do you do? Who are you? How do we want to come hang out with you?
I'm an artist. You can probably tell by all the stuff behind me. I wrote a book called The Color Affirmation Workbook and Journal, and I've copyrighted an affirmation deck called Color Affirmation Deck. And since I've talked with Jennifer, I've been really busy with that. I'm actually written a curriculum that has been pre-approved in Arizona to be used in schools and sold to ESA families. I don't know if you're in Arizona. To class wallets. So both the book and the deck are sold, and right now I'm writing the third book in that series. That's more of integrated book with SEL, social emotional learning, as my category. And I've got a couple other things I'm working on. I also own Soul Quest Retreat, where my goal is to bring peace into the world. We have a 40-foot labyrinth, and I'll be writing a book for that as well. I used to have a podcast. Well, it's kind of like, but about Global Art Cafe, had a community during the pandemic that met weekly. And I have been thinking about that, but I've got a lot going on right now. I'm going to be a grandma in a few weeks. So I'm a little crazy. I moved to a new area where I teach a lot of classes. I teach color workshops that relate to my deck, and people create a canvas and personalized affirmations. So I'm all about especially empowering women. I'm finishing up a beta group right now. That'll be a 6-unit course that'll be released in an online system. So I have been watching the Substack things, and I love doing my podcast, but just too many things to do one more thing. But I also redid my website because of the class wallet. I changed it to a Shopify site, which is killing me softly. So yeah, working on that website quite a bit. Actually, I was working on it yesterday and reframing it to match my new messaging. So this was good timing to think about. I want to make more money doing what I'm doing rather than teaching classes to sniveling little kids. So,
I love
really enjoyed doing that.
ESA. That's awesome.
What's that?
I just did some work with ESA in Phoenix area.
Oh,
Yeah, so awesome. I'm so happy.
let's connect. I definitely want to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. ESA has been quite a beast, and I'm sure you know about that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I've been working on getting it live on my website. Well,
Yeah.
we should talk about it. We should just talk.
I have a connection for you that you can just make it really smooth and easy. So love to chat.
Perfect.
I'm glad I'm here.
And welcome, Nicole. I know Nicole just popped in. Did you want to introduce yourself really quick before we get started?
Can you
Oh,
hear?
no, she can come
Okay,
on.
yep.
Oh.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you for your patience. There was a traffic jam in my kitchen. No? Not
I like
appropriate.
it.
I'm like
It's
8
totally
in the morning.
appropriate.
I'm like, yeah, I've got this meeting at 8 in the morning. I'm like, 8 in the morning. It's at 8. Oh my gosh, it's 8:10. I'm like,
That was me.
yeah. So thank you for your patience. My name is Nicole Banks. I am a podcast host on the Nicole Banks podcast. I'm a divorce recovery coach, have been since 2012. And I was a published author in January of How to Navigate Heartache, Healing, and Love After Divorce. What else? Personally, I moved here from Washington State 4 years ago. I'm in Arizona and loving it. It is amazing, epic. It's amazing. I love it. And so I'm just kind of trying to make it all make sense. And I enjoy writing. I have a newsletter, a weekly newsletter that goes out just to my peeps. And then I have a blog that I will refurbish my podcast to, and then just put a little extra spin on it here and there and refurbish that. I'm a big fan of Pinterest, and I love Instagram. I think my biggest thing right now is just because of all the things that I do, it's not an excuse. It's just not a priority yet. It is. And that is simply just consistency on any platform. You know, when I show up, they do too. And when I don't, it's quiet. So there is that. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, I am really excited about Substack because we do show up consistently. I'm finding that it's easier because we're not having to put graphics. We're not trying to fight the algorithm. We're not trying to do all of that. So how this masterclass works, I have a couple of slides for you. If you've been with me at all, you know that I hate slides, but I need to keep myself on track, because if you guys want to drop in the chat your Substacks, if you've already been on Substack, I will do hot seats because I think that that's where you're going to get the most value, is asking your questions. I'm just going to give you a quick overview. Talk over me, come in, ask questions. Like, I do not want to sit here and just preach at you. I find that we were so educated out. I don't think that's necessary. So I'm just going to, I did make slides, so I'm going to show them to you because I did it. Okay, so Substack for podcasters. This is what I've come up with. I am the podcast authority architect. It's been through a couple of different iterations and stuff, and we're finally landed on it. And Substack is the place where we can kind of start opening our door. I've come up with Substack is now the door to let people into our house. We have to have some other stuff together to like build the house for people to come, but this is where we're having our party. So the authority blueprint, we have the foundation, which is something that we always work through. Everybody should have, no matter where they're at in business. This is the who, what, when, where. This is your soul level. This is that you really know, not like, I'm a 42-year-old person who's gone through this, this, and this. This is like what their soul is calling for. The frame is your story. I think so many of us forget what story can do. when we share with other people. And for me, story saved my life. So the frame is very important when you're building your house. Your walls are your offer. So you have this beautiful offer that's now starting to encase the house. The roof is your podcast. If you don't have a podcast and you're a thought leader, that's fine. You have some sort of roof asset that we can pull from to remodel your house to have a great party. Substack is your front door, and everything else, your book, your networking, all of those things are your interior design and the decorations for your party. So this is how the blueprint works. And we're going to talk about the front door right now, which is Substack. I mentioned earlier, there's standard repurposing and there's remodeling. We want to get away from standard repurposing, especially over on Substack, because it's noisy. People are already sick of it. What this means is we're kind of making we're making our blogs, our podcasts, our things, we're redesigning it in a way that fits for your Substack reader, whether that's in notes, which is kind of like threads, or the what is it, X? I don't know, I'm never on there. What was Twitter? X, I think it's X. So we're really working these things. So many of us have had 50 different parts of our journey, or we've done a lot of things, right? So I've been a health coach. I was a chronic pain coach. I have so much back catalog of stuff from 2 different podcasts. I have over 700 episodes between all my podcasts. I have a lot of content. Yes, on my podcast, things still get hit, but it's not getting hit in the way that I'm making money off of it. Yes, people are coming into my world, but how can I really remodel that? And that's looking at it in a sense of it's a really cool newsletter. And we're all kind of nervous about newsletters, right? Because we're all sick of getting emails. We're all getting sick of doing things. So we have to look at it in the sense of, this is what makes this platform so cool, is that when we post content, it goes to their email. It shows up in their inbox, literally, instead of getting lost in the feed. This also means we have some prime real estate that makes it so that we want them opening the email. So a standard blog might be too much. So you really have to know that soul level of your audience and capture them. And that's what's the difference between standard repurposing and remodeling. It's really understanding what your person needs, what your person wants, what your person desires. Does that mean they're going to open every single email? No. But the cool thing is they've subscribed. And right now I'm seeing 40 to 60% open rates, which is huge. So you kind of have this ability to not just send them to their inboxes, but you also get this ability to connect with them. So that's something that podcasts miss, is like, I know we can leave comments now and stuff on Spotify, but it's not the same as having a two-way conversation. So this really does allow us to open the two-way conversation. And my business is, as you all know, is people first. I'm always about people over numbers, from all the different versions, beyond the downloads, the podcast about podcasting. Everything was about, let's look at the direct ROI, those people interactions. And I think that's where this world is going right now, is people to people. Where can you connect? Where can you go deeper? Where can you do these things? So when we're looking at remodeling our old content, we're not just copy and pasting it over. We're not saying, oh, look at this cool Facebook post. We're looking at that Facebook post and we might be taking 2 or 3 lines of it and making it a note. We might take the whole Facebook post and expand it out and turn it into an article. But we're not just copying and pasting, because it's a different audience. It's an audience that wants to go deep. And everybody keeps saying readers are leaders. And I think that's the case. And Substack also has the ability to go live, and you can do video in there. They just created a studio that they keep adding different features to. So there's a lot of really cool things coming from Substack that I think are going to be great. But our old content can't be repurposed. It must be remodeled. Does anybody have any questions? Because I'll just be like, I'm just going to talk at you forever. If not, I'll just keep going. Okay. I'll go back to here. All right. So if you're looking at this, and if you don't have a podcast and you have any other content, you can do the same thing. So we can work through one of these things. So start thinking about this, because if you want a hot seat, we can do this for you for your specific Substack. So you have this workflow, and you should have I sent it out late because I didn't want you guys focusing on it before you came here. But there's a workbook that I sent you that has all this stuff in it. So you can really take this and dig this out for yourself, because I never want to leave you high and dry. You're going to pick one piece of content. If you have a podcast, this is your most downloaded podcast. If you don't have a podcast, maybe this is your most engaged with post on whatever platform you're on. Maybe this is, you have a book. I know there's a lot of people that have written books in here. Pick something, and you're going to work through this. You're going to pull the transcript or the actual copy, and you can use something like Riverside, Descript, whatever, and just make sure that it's always in your voice. I also love voice memos. This is a very underused thing that I see so many people miss out, is when you're going through something and even if you don't think you're going to teach it later, voice memo the crap out of yourself. Because the more you voice memo, like as I set up Substack, I voice memoed, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. And it really helped me build out the structure to help teach this whole Substack thing and understand how it's working, why it's working, and how I got through things. So again, I still use AI. I don't think that we should be fully reliant on it, but AI is our best friend. I use Claude now, because chat and me broke up a long time ago. We were no longer friends, but identify key themes. Claude is very robust, but you're using it in a way, and you're making sure that you're teaching it your voice, your ability to not lose the tone. So whenever you get things out of Claude or whatever you're using, make sure you rewrite it. And if you can, run it through the AI checker. Right now, Substack is not dinging people for AI content, but it's coming. Median just started dinging people. That's why so many people are talking about Substack now. But Median started saying, we don't want AI slop anymore. So there is going to be a time when I see Substack is going to be like, this is AI written. So make sure that when it's looking at your transcripts, when it's looking at your book, that it's not changing your voice or putting in the typical AI stuff. I can look at content online on any of the social platforms, and I'm like, that's written by chat, that's written by Claude, that's written by, like Gemini. There's certain things that each one of them do that, because I'm so deep into this, I'm like, I can spot it. So just be very cautious with not just dropping it from AI into your direct Substack. You can use some of it, but again, the more it is in your voice, in your tone, in how you would write and talk, the better it's going to be. And then you just publish it. The nice thing about Substack is that once you have these going, you have these things going where you can just keep going back and forth on here. Yesterday, it was full of AI. Yeah, full of AI paraphrasing. There's so much. We're losing what makes us magic, right? It is who we are, like what we do, who we are, how we talk, how we show up is what's going to make us stand out. Because right now, I want to say it's like 1 in 4 people you engage with online are bots. And I've learned this on all the things. I was on a dating site, and I was talking to 3 amazing guys about different things. Like one, I was talking about fishing, and I was talking about gardening, and I was talking about hiking. I had these great intellectual conversations. At 12:01, they all sent me the same freaking message. I was catfished by bots on one of the standard dating sites. And I'm talking about like one of the big ones that we all use. So I think right now, this is why it's so important. I want to see your spelling errors. I want to see the wrong grammar used. I want to see these things because I think that when people say trust recession, I really think it's because of AI slop that's becoming a trust recession. And I think that that's what makes Substack so special right now, is that it's kind of like an extension of our podcast because it's free speech. We can talk about what we want to talk about. I have doctors over there that are, talking about health stuff and alternative health. And we are getting flagged left and right on YouTube. We finally lost one of our channels. And she's talking about healing your gut, but she's a doctor. And we got flagged and taken down. So we really have to, if we want to make changes, again, thought leaders want to making changes kind of going against the grain. Right now, that's pretty free speech over there. Whether they're going to add controls in the future, I don't know. But right now, you can pretty much write what you want, just like on your podcast, which makes me so incredibly happy. So any questions so far? No. I'm just preaching at you. Okay. Well, I like it. We can do it. I can just preach all day. It's early in the morning to preach, but we're doing this. Okay. So on Substack, this is what makes this also so great, is you don't just have a free email list. Yes, there's a free version. There's 3 rooms of your house on Substack. You have your front porch, which is the free. That's anything you want to share. This is the juicy stuff. This is the why you want this, the visioning, the pieces that give people that shift of perspective. Then you go into the living room. Right now, the average is about $10 to $30. Once you get above $30, we'll talk about this, but you start getting into premium content. This is not just the place to build your community. If you have a community that's running for like $97, $297 a month, it's going to be harder to build there. You can do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you're inviting them into your living room, and that's them paying you. So once you get the paid subscribers, like for me, if you're a paid subscriber, you get actual daily actions from me of here's a 15-minute daily action step that you can do today to move your business forward, to connect with another human, to create a connection, to build referrals, to move your podcast forward, to build your Substack. You get that, and then you get a hot seat coaching every month. I sell that for $22, and we have 4 subscribers right now, which is so fun, right? Because I'm not that far into this journey. So you think about like, what is that invite into the living room? And then you have the inner circle. These are the people that are coming to every house party. These are the ones that they're coming to everything. You're inviting them in. And this is most direct access. So for me, like in my inner circle, you get an actual one-on-one call with me when you join. So living room is monthly or annual. Inner circle is an annual plus whatever bonuses you want to give them. And you don't even have to set it up that way. You can also do people can, I forget what it's called, but you don't have to set it up where you're getting paid for these. They can like sponsor your stuff. So you can do like a buy me a coffee if you wanted kind of type situation. So pricing your Substack, this is so, again, I really want to talk about this. This is something that I didn't, sort of like Patreon, but it gives you different content. So inside your paid tiers, you give different access. So let me just open up my Substack and I'll show you. Anyways, it's kind of like Patreon. There's what is that called? I cannot for the life of me remember. It's like a sponsorship, but that's not the right word. Which we actually had somebody in here that got $150 one of those, like when she turned her thing on. And I'm so excited about that. And I'm like celebrating every day because I'm like, this is so cool. So you don't necessarily have to give more content. You can just have people sponsor your free content also. But when you do get into the paid stuff, it really does help to understand what people are buying over there and what you have to give, because we're probably all overgivers here. I can guarantee everybody who's in my space is an overgiver and has burnt themselves out over giving at some point. So we're thinking like lower level. So most standard is $10 to $20 a month. This is the trust opener. What's so cool about this is even if you have a $10 offer, you have to think you're creating that energetic exchange, right? So it's like, oh my goodness, I'm getting $10. It's so much easier to convert somebody from $10 into the next thing because they're already trusting you enough to open their wallet. And I know that we don't like to look at things like that, but if we're not selling, we don't really have a business. And I have been not doing that for years. So this allows people to get in. Again, like I said, for mine, you're getting daily actions instead of just the theory behind it. You're getting a daily action and you're getting my time hot seat coaching every month. Once you get up into the $40, $50 range, you're starting to get into premium content for Substack. And premium content doesn't necessarily mean more content, right? So there's this, it's a slower build because people are like a little bit more hesitant to spend a little bit more money, but at the same time, you can go deeper. So you can do different things in these. You can have groups. Yeah, I'm like, you can just talk. I'm like,
Okay, cool.
I'm like, just
Yeah,
talk over me.
so-
I don't like to keep talking.
All right, cool. So currently I do offer a $35 a month weekly membership where we get on Zoom for 1 hour for 2 hours every Wednesday night. The people there are extremely loyal. They get a lot out of it, but I am finding that a lot of people can't afford the $35 for the membership. So if I were to go with a $10 thing through Substack, what could I offer that wouldn't be stepping on the toes of those that are paying for the membership, where they get access to me and we talk about anything and everything? And I also host a specific themed class on the first Wednesday of each month. So it's like a curriculum.
What's your Substack's name?
I don't have one yet.
Oh, you don't have one yet. Okay,
No.
so your current one is you're meeting every week for $35.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do just one of those calls could be your Substack member instead
So
of
I get access
every
to
week.
one call a month.
So like your people, like if they want to go into the premium membership, they get you every week like you're doing, but you could offer something that comes in so you're not having to create, again, remodeling it. You get, if you come in for a $10, you get the first Wednesday of the month we meet. And then,
Okay.
you know, like it could be, you know, like behind the paywall could be that one call and maybe like one article that's behind the paywall that is like the theme of whatever that call is. Like a special, I don't know, here's a journal prompt. Like we don't, because it's $10 a month. So people aren't expecting a ton.
Yeah.
But they're expecting enough. And for me, like one call a month for $10, I'm like, yeah, if it's supporting me, move forward. And then inside the paid side, you could be like, do you like this one call? Here's a discount code to come in for the full 4 calls or something, so that you can like apply that $10 towards your membership or whatever you want to do, or just charge them more for the other 3 calls. Just not, you know, like you could do, because weekly calls is a lot. That's a lot of you giving. That's a lot of your energy for $35. But this could be a way to give those other people like, hey, you can get a taste once a month if that works, unless there's calls that stack on each other every month or every week. Then you could just really strip it down to like, here's your one call with me, and then here's one journal prompt or something.
Okay.
And put
All
those
right.
behind the paywall.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
Does anybody else have questions?
I was going to just say, what you were referring to that is it's called second money, right? And I just want to explain that because it's something that anyone in sales is very familiar with. Grant Cardone, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's sells books and real estate and all the things. But it's called second money. They spend money with you once. It's easier for them to spend money with you twice. And the first reason foremost is because they trust you, right? They know that your content, it's like, Jennifer, hello, We'll spend money with you once. Why wouldn't we spend money with you again? We trust you and love you, right? So it's just moving them forward. And that could be reverse. It doesn't always have to be a big ticket item or a small ticket item. They could buy the small ticket item and then go, oh, okay, that is good stuff. I do like it. Why wouldn't I spend more money? Or the reverse is they're going to buy the premium, and then all of a sudden you do a workshop. Oh yeah, let's sign up with the workshop too. So it's called second money, and it's amazing.
I'm here for second money.
Yeah.
I have to make offers. So, that's what I'm working on. So there's first money.
I think, Jennifer, my question is, one of the reasons why I've always been hesitant to jump into a Substack or a Medium is I do have a blog on my website, and I do have I've had it for nearly a decade. And I mean, you have my book, and so I'm
thick book too.
It's a book. It's a book. Well, being a writer. My editor was like, we cannot have a 500-page book on podcasting. I was like, why not?
Well, there's your Substack for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
All the stuff you cut out can all go on Substack.
So I'm looking at the tiers though, and I love the what Nicole said about second money, because yes, it's true. And as a high performance business coach, they are 60 to 80% more likely to buy a second time. So I'm all for first money for that $10 to $30. Now I have a business coaching membership that we already run through my company, Crown Yourself, so called The Collective, and that's $111 per month for a deep dive coaching call and a community around that. What is something for $10 that you're seeing in the coaching space be really effective on Substack that that's meaty, but that's not over delivering of a call a week or things that are excessive on my own time?
You have a whole teaching guide here.
Okay.
Teach behind the paywall.
Mm-hmm.
You already have the content to teach. So if you kept it at the 10 to 20 range, there's enough stuff that are those first steps of your people who are going to take the time. You have so many trainings that have already been pre-recorded. You have so many. You take those trainings, you drop one of those trainings a month that you already have behind the paywall. Boom, done. You have so much content that you could have 5 Substacks. I mean, you could have a fart Substack. It doesn't matter.
No. I don't want, my boys would be really happy that I had a fart Substack, but I don't think that we're gonna.
I know, but I'm just saying that each one of your farts could be behind, and it could be a comedy Substack, right? So they're paying for $10 of entertainment extra entertainment behind the wall. And maybe it's, maybe you start one for your sons and they have their own little side thing and they're talking about one fart a month or something just for a laugh. And that's behind a $5 paywall. And once a month, your kids come out and, talk about the book and open the book and narrate one of the farts that's in the book. It can be that fun positioned to the right people, right?
Yeah.
So $10 behind there is you have a whole book that teaches things. You could literally take pieces of these chapters and the teachings of these chapters and put that behind the paywall. You don't do that. You have your people do that. You have your staff do that. You have so much content that your VA or whoever, your second in command or whoever it is in there can literally take those pieces out and turn that into something. Does that make sense? Or is that still too much? Because we can strip it down even more.
I'm looking at literal tactics. So we could literally strip a section of the book and just have that be behind the paywall.
Yeah. Because
why wouldn't you start with chapter 1?
Yeah.
You teach in all of these.
Yeah. I love it. I hope you get it because I love it. It's good stuff. Yeah. Okay. Just take your 700-page book.
I know. Take all the original pages
and then break it down.
700 pages.
And then you
got it down to, I think it's under 300.
Well, the other thing is too, is that being able to take like kind of what you were talking about is taking, you've got one chapter that's the article, that's the the live, that's the monthly or weekly teaching right behind the paywall. But your freebie stuff could be, it could be a line, a sentence, something in that chapter. And to go further, see me behind the paywall. I don't know how that verbiage would be, but you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I love this, Jennifer, because like we're releasing the Crown Yourself journal this year. And I wanted to do a 90-day, because it's a 90-day journal that literally moves you through the map of consciousness from shame into joy, and doing a piece of it every night, like every day for 90 days and doing it. Can you do a pay what you can? Because that was what I was planning on doing it through my site.
That's the whatever that other one is. That's like Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
And the founding members you can open those up there. I mean, you could put it as something really low too. You could put it as a $5 thing. But so I open up randomly to your 10 commandments, right?
The 10 commandments, yeah.
The 10 pitch commandments. And I'm like, okay, so you look through here, you look through your chapter, and I'm like, okay, well, each one of those commandments, thou shall address host and podcast by name. Thank God. I hope more people start doing that. They all need commandment 1 because it's still not happening.
No.
But what you look at is, so we go back in your book and how your chapter opened. That's your free article. You high level the 10 commandments, and then you have the teachings of like what's different behind the paywall. And the really fun thing about Substack is that you can only do one article a month or a week if you want. One article, like I would suggest weekly. Notes is how you're going to get found without having to work for it. Like,
thanks to
that is what is like notes. It sucks, but we can schedule them now. Thank God, because before we had to either use a SaaS program that sometimes worked and sometimes didn't, or you had to schedule them, or you had to go in like when you posted them. Notes is how Substack is showing your work to other people right now.
Okay.
They're so easy to schedule. I'm going to just say, as a tech person, like a non-tech person, like it's the easiest platform to use. So easy. And then Gen 2, I would say mention the teaser part of like where you can tease your article to get people to join.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So like on your articles, you can literally put a paywall stop.
Okay.
So you can do the first part of your chapter and you're like, you want to know the 10 commandments? Pay me.
Okay.
And that's what's really, really cool. So like, if you don't want to create multiple pieces of content, put a paywall. Get a really juicy hang them up and be like, yeah, I want this. Sweet. I have to pay for this. Oh, it's $5 or $10. People are going to pay $5 or $10.
Okay.
Because you've captured them. This book is the one book that I have read cover to cover, and I didn't skip pages. And I'm a page skipper, and I'm a skimmer, and I don't finish things. But this was important to me, and this is a hill that if you need somebody to stand on your hill, I will die on this hill with you too, because people are doing it so wrong, and it pisses me off every single day. And I'm not saying you have to do this, but I think that this also helps if you're still... like, I don't know, like where you're how you've restructured your business, but leading them into your business stuff also. Yeah. Like, this is great, but do you want to go deeper?
Yeah.
Crown yourself.
Yeah, we restructured. So like Communication Queens, we're still doing guest podcast booking, but we're also doing PR. We're building like the internal, how do people get from like the podcast into your ecosystem, onto your email list, onto your website. I love the crown, Nicole. I love it. And then Crown Yourself is more the internal journey of the founder of the subconscious beliefs, the stuff that comes up as you're scaling, about the fears that come up with the visibility of your voice and showcasing all of you and all that.
So the fun thing in Substack is that you can also set things up to have different sections, right? So I have like Substack for podcasters.
Yeah.
I have story strategy. You can set it up so that different sections lead to different parts of your business.
Cool.
And like, so I have my daily action steps, and well, you're not gonna, because I'm logged in, but right here, the daily actions, day 7, I have a paywall right here. So only if I'm logged into myself, so you can't see it, but there would be a paywall that would pop up here and say, oh, you want this? Great. But here's your daily action steps. And here's how to do them. And we're switching them out next month. I'm so excited because like I have just revamped how these are going out. I'm like, oh, but yeah. So literally it's teasing what's coming. Paywall. Boom, everything else underneath. And then as you're setting up your Substack, you set up different categories of like that lead into different things. So you could do a whole category of like make every podcast want you. Could be a category.
Okay.
You could do a PR category. You could do anything. And then you can set these up to look like websites.
My question, I think somebody else asked, like, why do this on Substack versus your own website?
Because Substack markets for you if you
Okay.
use notes. I mean, you can do it on your own website and just hope, like you're marketing your website, right? So the Google, like you have SEO, Google, great. You can put it over there. You can put your articles as your blogs, but do it that way. Article to blog, not blog to article, because they're a little different, right? Like blog people want even deeper than something that's getting delivered to their email. So that's why we're remodeling. If you're going to repurpose the other way. Repurpose to your blog. Don't repurpose to Substack.
Repurpose to the website.
We've purposed to your website, not to Substack, so that you're setting it up because it's something that's coming into somebody's email. So yes, people are finding you on the platform, reading on the platform, but your subscribers are getting whatever your full article is in their email.
And you own that list, right?
And you own that list. You download that list as often as you want. It is delightful. I will say, if you have not started Substack yet, and I shouldn't be teaching it this way, but I'm going to teach it this way. It's kind of like a counterintuitive way to teach. Set it up on an email that you don't use every day, because subscribing and connecting to other people, you will get a ton of emails in your inbox every single day. And if you're not subscribing to other people, it's going to be really hard to try to get those relationships going. It's kind of like old school Instagram, a subscribe for a subscribe. But the cool thing, you subscribe to other people in your neighborhood. So other people doing things similar to you. When you're on the homepage, they're actually going to show you like in your notes, like it learns. So you want to subscribe to people in your neighborhood, because like why women are winning by taking Pepcid Allegra combo. Like I've been subscribing to a lot of allergy people. So now Substack is referring this person to me. And look at how often, like every other one is, and you can have like, it's just, here's another one. The moment you tapped that heart, so like it's showing me other people in here. So these are her, like one of these people that I'm subscribed to, their followers are showing up here. So a subscribe for a subscribe really does help. I'm liking to see notes. But so if you notice, this is where you're going to get found. And you can also, when you really like people, you can when you subscribe, you can recommend them. So this is why we want to build relationships over here. There's chats. You can do direct chats. You can set up chats for each one of your member tiers, your monthly, annual, your founding members, or your free member. You can set up chats. The more you engage, it does take work, right? But 30 minutes a day has been growing my email list. 30 minutes of a day has brought me coaching clients. 30 minutes a day has been doing a lot more for me than 30 minutes a day on any social platform. So going back to why not just build this on your website, you can, but you're banking on Google and showing up high enough in a Google rank.
So, I mean, I like Substack. It feels like it combines like old school media with old school blogging with websites stuff. What in those 30 minutes a day are you specifically doing?
So you also, in the little worksheet I gave you, I think I put it in there, but I am going out, I am looking for people. So I am searching my topics. I am connecting with people. I'm subscribing or following. There are two things you can do for people. You can follow or you can subscribe. Subscribe puts the email in your inbox. Follow puts their stuff in your feed. So there are people that I just follow versus I get emails from. I comment. It is, again, think old school when Instagram used to be like, you comment, you engage. I don't know if you ever heard like the hunting and fishing analogy for Instagram, where you're like, oh, these are my clients. I'm going to engage with them. I'm going to get the conversation going. It's all about getting conversations going. I have some people that I'm like, okay, well, who in the industry don't you like that's teaching things ways that you really, really like? It irritates you. Go respond to them. Have not like in a mean way. Respond to them. Subscribe to their stuff, because here's the thing: all their people will get your notifications, and you can fix the industry. So I have people that are, like in different spiritual worlds and stuff that are like, this is done completely wrong. So they follow the people that are doing it in the I'm a guru way, and their people are coming in through the notes. So the notes are, it's a strategy. So in those 30 minutes, I'm looking at who can I follow, who can I engage with, setting up some notes that bring people in, maybe like engaging, having conversations. It's really relationship building. It's 30 minutes of relationship building in the manner that you can do it. Subscribing, sending a message. I feel like you can cold message here more often. I'm in people's, like, it's quote unquote the chat, but it's the DMs all the time. Like, hey, I really liked this, or hey, what are your thoughts on this? It's really just trying to figure out who you can do things with. You can also do dual lives on this platform, up to 3 people right now, which when you're live, Substack loves you going live right now. And the last live I did, there was like 190 people that just randomly showed up. And I was like, I don't know who any of you are, but hello. And by the end, I still had 25 people on, and I was there for an hour.
Cool.
So do I think this is going to be like this forever? I really hope so. In reality, probably not. But I think it's a great place to start building. I know that some of my mentors are actually using it to get book deals, because it's more like, they used to look at media and things like that, but it's like you have all of this stuff, and it's just a great way to remodel your content with a little bit of effort, start making a little bit of money, like you said, to get that secondary, like they're already in, they already trust you enough with their wallets, with that energy exchange. I know there's people in here that can help you find a publisher.
Well, I publish my own books. I have my own publishing house, so I can do it for people. But like, I need a real publisher, because my last name is Kindle. So I have some unique challenges on Amazon. It's a real problem.
Oh, I didn't even. Wow. Yeah, I could see that.
Take my firstborn. They're just not doing it. No. Anyway.
I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, I wouldn't have. Oh, that sucks.
It's a real thing. Yeah, and it's my real last name. So I love it, this Substack thing. I'm just trying to, as I've been rebuilding my website, it's been on my mind. So when it popped up, I was like, okay, I'm in for a convo. Because I'm really trying to move from, nothing has changed probably since I've seen you last, Jennifer, giving away like free content. Now it's just gotten more technical and pretty, and it's great, but I'm not having people pay. Like, I had my podcast, I did a weekly community, no one paid. I'm living in an area out here in Arizona where the economy's not the greatest. And I'm just trying to figure out, where can I spend my time? Like, I'm doing the book anyway. I'm writing the next book. I've got online courses to sell, but it's finding the right people. Even this beta group, I mean, I'm giving all this content away. And I had one of my members ask me to pay her $2,000 for something. I'm like, how about you start by paying me for all the free content? So like, I need to make a shift because I am helping people. I am going deeper. I am part of my mission is the connectedness, literally, about being an authentic person.
Yeah.
And like an authentic person, you should be able to trust to give that, value. So I'm just trying to figure out how to shift things as I build the website, because why spend all the time building it and not have money coming in? I've got millions of products to sell with my original artwork on, and I have been making more sales on the Shopify site. I have, but then it's like how to make it all work. Like my husband just wrote a book, same thing, and if he got picked up, I think he would do great. He's been doing really good in sales just organically. But yeah, he should do a Substack.
There you go.
I have a quick question for you, Jennifer. So does Substack have any limitations or things to so for example, like with TikTok, you have to have 10,000 subscribers to be able to have a shop, that kind of thing.
You can turn on paid day one.
Oh,
0 subscribers.
Yeah, I think I have paid. How are you doing the stories? I'm curious to know how you're doing the stories.
Meaning
on Substack, or is like on my phone when I get a notification? Hang on, on my phone when I get a notification, like, can you see my phone? That's you right there immediately. So why? So is that a story, or is that just you giving me something?
Is that's on Substack?
Yeah.
It's because you've subscribed to me.
Oh, so these aren't stories. There's no stories.
There's notes.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's no stories. Yeah. Notes is kind of like the Threads world of Instagram.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I'm like, oh, I wonder how you do stories. And I'm Googling stories. It's like stuff, but it's just it's just because I subscribe to you. Okay, cool.
And I'm active.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So the more you're active, the more you're showing up.
Okay.
So would you say that Substack is like a different version of Facebook? Because I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to market myself, and there's some new reasons I'm not going to advertise as much there for my business at the moment. So if I spent my time on Substack, it seems like that would be it almost looks like Facebook in a way, if you're into it.
Yes, just don't treat it as Facebook.
What's that?
Just don't treat it as Facebook.
Well, no.
But yes, it is. It is the same, and it's the same and different, right? Because you've built on Facebook. Like I have 6,100 people on Facebook. Like, how did I do that? I don't know, but I don't have one of their emails.
Yeah, I have like 4,500.
So, do you have any other emails? If Facebook was like, you're done, would you be able to get a hold of those people? So it is a lot. Again, they've looked at social media, they looked at blogging, they looked at like Medium, they looked at LinkedIn, and they're like, how can we make this something that's an all-in-one? They do take a percentage of your fees. So know that you're not just like scot-free. Like they have their subscription fees. So you are losing a little bit to them, but they're also advertising for you through notes. If you are not using the notes feature, it is a waste of time. I will say that right now. You will have to hunt and fish for every single person like you do on every other platform.
I did just schedule a note because Veronica said it was really easy. So I'm like, oh, really, Veronica? Let's find out. And it was.
Yeah. It's super easy. It's a fun platform. So I really love it personally. But anyway, so like, should it what? Sorry.
So it'd be better to just skip, because I've been contemplating firing up a blog, but I don't know that anybody reads it. Might as well just skip that and go right to doing a Substack thing.
Do Substack and repurpose it on your blog. I'll let you repurpose out. You just can't repurpose in.
Well, I haven't had a blog in a long time, so it'd be a lot of other things repurposed.
So then would you recommend doing a live on Substack and then reposting it on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. And there's a way to get it to go there for you automatically.
Oh, nice.
Because again, this is why I love Substack. It focuses on the two platforms that I love, LinkedIn and YouTube. Those are the only places that it pushes things out too. It'll create content for other ones. It'll create clips for you. It'll create social assets to share, but it will actually push things over for you if you would like it to.
So can you explain a little more on that? So you go live on Substack, and then it'll actually allow you to go live on YouTube as well?
It pushes it over when it's done. It doesn't let you go
so
live.
it creates the video. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then like when I like it when I write like an article or a blog type article, and then I just throw that into chat and I say like pull out 10 of the best lines in this whatever I wrote, and then I just take those and I schedule them as notes over like 2 days, so 5 a day, and it just drops, and it's so easy. It's so easy.
Nice.
Yeah, super easy.
Yes, that's a great tip. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're constantly pulling your own words is what really is important. So, but I just want to share some wins because, we like to have wins, and I want to honor your time because I've got like 20 minutes. So, at 19 subscribers, I got a $500 coaching client because I started the relationship. They purchased. I turned on my client's paid Substack and repurposed some of her podcast stuff. And on Monday, she had a paid subscriber that actually decided she liked her so much that she bought for the full year. And, there's zero new content on that person. So like it really does allow you the space and the time to rebuild in a way that feels good. Again, right now, I can't guarantee this platform, just like everything. It's not my platform. I can't guarantee it's going to be like this forever. But if you use the right strategy, it really does convert for you. And if you want to build this with me, because I have to get better at making offers. If you want to build this with me, I they're 2.5 hours. I say 2 hours, but plan 2.5. I sit down with you. We look at all the content you have. You just literally brain dump everything to me. We come up with a strategy that works for you. And then I take all the information that I learned from that 2.5 hours and I build you out a whole blueprint, how you should be posting, how you should be scheduling, how you should be doing everything. This allows you to completely set up. I look at what you have. If you're just getting started, I did one that I just got started and I literally sat with them and I set up the Substack. I set up everything with them as they went through it. So this is really like you have a 90-day plan when you leave. It's 2 hours. Give yourself 2.5 hours. I like to chat. And right now that's $297 if you use the code MAYROCKS. And I've really been loving doing these because I think we're on like 8. I've done 8 of them now. And I'm having so much fun doing these because we all sitting on so much gold. I don't care if you have a podcast. I don't care if you have a book. I don't care if you've been posting on social media for 10 years. There's a way to repurpose everything that you have. Remodel it and make it work. I interrupted somebody. Somebody was talking. Sorry.
I'm going to lose you, but I just want to say it's best money I ever spent. But I'm going to go out of the reception zone.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Lisa.
Best money
But
I
I'm
ever
here.
spent. You guys should get on the 2 hours.
Thank you. But I'm here for any questions, or if you guys have a Substack you want me to look at, we've got 20 minutes, or I can give you back your 20 minutes. It's up to you because I'm here for questions now. That's all I got for you.
So Jennifer, when you're talking about repurposing a podcast, do you mean like you transcribe it and then turn it into an article?
Yeah. So we are technically repurposing, but we're remodeling it in a way that most people aren't doing it. That's why I like to use the two terms. Like we are repurposing what you currently have. Like we can take the book and we can repurpose it in a way that works, but we're remodeling the repurposed content to really shine on the platform.
Okay.
And like I said, there's so, like for you, there's so much information that you can go through because I know that you have all those calls. If you have any of the calls that you've done, you can even take that out and be like, what were the core topics that we talked about, and have articles and the quote. So they call them articles. Think of it as a newsletter because that's what's getting emailed to your people.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there's enough in there that you can anything you have recorded, anything you have written can be remodeled in a way that can work on this platform. It's just organizing it, seeing what your people know, all the things. So
Yeah, I've got hundreds and hundreds of hours of material. So
I know.
Okay. All right. I know.
I'm like,
Okay, cool.
I've been around for a while. I'm like, I know that all of you do because I've been in all of your spaces for quite a while. And it's a really cool way to reuse your content where you're not having to constantly, well, what's the algorithm want today? What's the algorithm want today? Oh yeah, I'm gonna dance. And what I'm really liking about it, so my life has been kind of like, I mean, like it's been one hit by another, by another, by another. You can kind of tell my voice is still a little off. I've been sick for like 2 months now. But I am not showing up as much on my podcast anymore right now and reusing the content because I'm writing.
Gotcha.
So I feel like when I'm having a really bad time and I can't get up, like you can still write. I can still look at old content when my brain is shut down and it's like, you have 4 infections going on in your face. Like, let's just calm down. And like, I can reuse what I've already said when I was in my brilliant mind instead of in this mind. And I can really like work through all those things. So it really gives you a place that it's like all that old content doesn't just go to waste. You get to like bring new life to it. You get to like redesign the interior of your house and open the door and let people in. And I really think like I have built so many cool relationships. I think I have like 12 dual lives scheduled next month with people that I actually want to have conversations with. And those people are already referring people into my space.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
So it's really a good relationship building tool that I wish that podcasting had. Like podcasting has great relationship building. I built my whole business on podcasting because I did 300 plus interviews. Great connections. This is another place that's people first.
Okay.
Where you're not just like, look at me while somebody is doom scrolling because they're checking out.
Okay. So question for you then, using your analogy about the porch, should our first post be like an introductory thing? Like, hey, I'm this, and this. Will they ever see that? People that come in later, or will that just get lost in the newsletter email?
It doesn't get
file?
lost. Nothing ever gets lost here, which is kind of cool. You can set things up. Here.
I think I pinned mine where it says start here and it's an article of who I am.
So this is a pinned post, this big one in the middle. You can also create a start here. So when you build your actual like main page, you have like start here. So like everybody that comes can come back here once they're in. So they're not necessarily getting resent to people, but you have the ability to have a welcome email, which so many people aren't using. So when you set up your Substack, you create your welcome email in the back end. Where is it? In here. So there's welcome to paid subscribers, welcome to free subscribers. And you, obviously, I haven't done mine. I do it for my clients. Do as I say, not as I do. Well, that's embarrassing. But my welcome to free subscribers, this is what they get every time that they subscribe to me. Total waste, right? Don't do this. Fill this out. Give them the act. And then if you have really great other articles, like, oh, I really want you to pay attention to your marketing isn't failing. You can actually go in here and you can copy these and you can set them up so that you're like, welcome. Here's all the articles I want you to see first. And then you have the upgrades and all of those things. Don't do this. This is a 0 out of 10. Like this is a 100% fail for somebody who teaches Substack for podcasters. Don't do this. I don't do this for my clients, but for some reason I did it for myself.
I actually just stumbled across those playing with Substack, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should do that. So I created an email for both. I don't have any paid subscribers. I don't even know if I have subscribers. How do I know? I don't think I do, but that's not the point. But I ran into that email, the welcome, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should do that. My question to you is, how often do they get emails from us? Is it our newsletter or do they get emails in the notes? Are the notes email?
Just the articles.
Just the articles. Okay, perfect. So
And
that
if-
would be consistency. So like if I blog, so if I record on Sunday and I repurpose the blog on Tuesday, then Substack would get the repurposed blog article on Thursday.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's all scheduled.
Yeah. That would
So,
make sense.
and I would, if you're going to repurpose from your podcast, I would do them 4 weeks out.
What do you mean?
So you record your podcast, you drop it this week, drop it on Substacks like 3 to 4 weeks later.
Okay.
So that when you're emailing your people that are already on some of your lists, in case they're on both lists, they're getting reminded in 4 weeks, 3 weeks. Don't do them the same week. You have enough content, you could start from 3 episodes ago.
Yep.
4 episodes ago.
Okay.
It gives people the opportunity to see it again in a different way.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Again, a little bit of remodeling.
Yeah.
So the notes, does that automatically get emailed?
No.
No, it
Notes
doesn't.
is just for the app.
Okay.
Yeah. So notes is something when you log in, you get people's notes. That's the first things that come up. And that's where that is. And they're putting them in other people's feeds, not just your people, your subscribers.
Mhm. Like,
Jennifer, I thank you so much. What a beautiful platform. What a beautiful opportunity to learn some more about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. I'm going to take off because I have a 9:30.
Sounds
I'm
good.
just like, oh my gosh. No, and I have no pants on.
Cheers for showing up with no pants.
Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Nice meeting you guys. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Any last questions?
I'll see you on Wednesday.
Ooh, yay. I'm excited.
We're gonna build it out. I was like, I'll just rather have you guide me, Yoda, on this.
It's all you got to do. So those calls are great because I literally just ask you questions and you just literally word vomit everything all over me. And then I take 24 hours with it and I rebuild it out so that it makes sense for you. Like that's literally like, you don't have to think about, like I'll ask you what your kind of vision for it. But I'm like, no, just, I want to hear it all. And then you get, I think they're between 17 and 25 pages long of a blueprint, depending on like how much you give me of like, here's the structure, here's how I think you can repurpose, here's your next 90 days of how to show up.
Cool.
Here. And then for you, I can also be like, here's what you give to your VA. So you don't have to do anything with it.
That's what I want. Yeah. So, because she's very excited. She's like, I want more work. And I was like, I have more here, but
yeah,
like, let's give.
You could have like 40 different Substacks running if you really wanted to keep her busy.
Don't want that, but I'm good with 2. Like Crown Yourself and Communication Queens will do that for now. Like
you could put that all in one for now too.
I'd rather keep them separate.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'd rather keep them separate just for brand identity. And because that was the thing back in 2022 when I started talking and like promoting about podcasts, and like my social media manager was like, you're diluting your brand voice with Crown Yourself, because people come to Crown Yourself really for the internal transformation, for the identity upgrade of who they get to become at that next level of visibility, wealth, income, lifestyle. And then people come to Communication Queens for like, just help me do this for me. So that's, which I think in the future, Jen, there could be like some strategic white labeling or something if you wanted to talk partnership of something for our clients to be able to pass them off for Substack.
That's what my production agency is turning into, is I'm going to start building out this for podcasters.
Yeah.
Like all my clients have now moved on to Substack.
Yeah. I mean, I see it with like, I follow Scott Clary and I love his work and I love his content, and we've gotten clients on his podcast, and like, I've seen how active and what Substack has done for him, and I'm like, that's nothing that I couldn't not do.
Yeah.
As
And you
well.
have a team, which is even better.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for you to help me build it out.
Yeah. We'll probably have to do one at a time. Like we'll try to do both in 2 hours, 2.5 hours, but I don't know if we'll be able to build out. We'll have the structure at least.
If we build out Crown Yourself first, that's the main one. That's the biggest priority. And that's I can repurpose the structure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't know if we can in 2.5 hours. I don't know if we can. I don't know how magical I am to pull that off.
I don't know.
To pull off 2 Substacks and what
we put on that
we might
for an inner tube, and I think that we might be able to make some.
She's a dragon. She's a dragon.
Well, I'll have the unicorn then.
Okay.
Did you know I literally live in the town where our 2 mascots for our schools are the unicorn and the dragon?
That's amazing. Well, that makes sense then. This makes
it's
sense.
Divine timing. Divine placement.
I'm so excited.
So quick question. The offer, I don't have any time in the next month and a half to do a session because I just don't.
Because you have baby coming and all the things.
Not mine personally, but my baby's baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been head down doing all the things. So just if I decided to purchase it, could I do it like in July? Or,
yeah. Yeah. The 297 is for right now. My normal price is 397. But if you just let me know, like, or if you want to get one and then do it, I think my schedule's open for like 90 days or longer if you need longer.
No, I don't know what's going to happen when I get up there. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, they can be booked whenever, and then you can keep pushing them out if you need to.
Okay. Well, I just don't have any more bandwidth in the next 2 weeks. So.
I can understand that. Yeah, no, I'm not pushing people. I have one person that I think booked in July already.
Oh, okay.
She's like, I'm just getting, because it was for my last masterclass, and she's like, I'm taking this pricing. And,
yeah, I guess I'm
not going to see you for
just trying to be strategic about moving forward because I haven't been making a lot of money, but I feel like, like I did this whole beta class and I see other coaches making, thousands in the same, doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm putting all this work in and not getting the return. And I really would really like to see some return somewhere.
And just think about it in like 2 months. Imagine how much more I'm going to know by then.
I don't know.
I'm like, well, but no, it's just every time we do these, like in 2 months, Substack might have a whole new, like, it'd be like honored to like wear you, like, to the current time, because there's some cool stuff coming out in Substack.
Now, can you do because one of the things that I want to build out that I've not done technically is offering a self-paced course, but I also want to do an online course and so have a place for people to sign up for these things. And I've done that and I have them living somewhere in my website, but then who finds it and then not getting purchases. And people say, oh, use Kajabi or do this. And it's like, well, it doesn't really matter which platform you use. You still need people to go to buy it. And so that's been my kind of a roadblock.
So you could put your most popular one as your founding membership. So you have your paid monthly, and then you do a higher level, and you can build it as individual articles.
Yeah.
The course, and you can embed videos and all the things in there. So you could do that for like one of your main courses. You could do that as your founding membership. Again, remember, they take they take a piece of the pie. So you're going to get more if you're on one of these other platforms. But if you did your entry level course in there, and then you just keep offering, like I've been offering coaching on the back end of a lot of my stuff. So I've been getting
cool because I want to do that. And I haven't, I plan to do videos. I have all the content done right now. But I haven't had time to do the production. So that's just like kind of been hesitant. Like, how do I want to roll it out so that somewhere where I'm going to end up having people want to buy it, and that there are potential buyers in that space rather than like the blog on the website no one's seeing. I feel like that's a lot of what I've been doing. No one's seeing it because I haven't been doing my podcast for a while. So
Yeah. And again, it does take work. Like you still have to try to build those relationships and stuff. But Notes does, like I said, I showed you when I opened up my app, look at all those notes that say subscribe of people that I'm not following. And they're all topics that I have looked for on Substack. So you just, there is positioning, there is, you know, there's still SEO, there's still a lot of things that we've used and we've learned as podcasters that can be brought over, that we've learned as bloggers that can be brought over. And we've all been in business for so long, we know our audience for the most part. Like we just don't talk to them right sometimes, or they're not in the mindset space because they're on the social platforms that are just built for fast scroll, where Substack's really built to like, I want to go deeper.
Yeah, because I think, well, what I do is a little different, you know, but I don't want to go and do like classes on school or what's the other one? You know, Patreon. I thought about Patreon for many years. Like I was thinking about Patreon, and so how would you compare Substack to having a Patreon?
I've never used, I don't know much about Patreon, so
it's a little.
I can't give you that answer because I don't know Patreon. I'm like, that's nothing I've ever looked into.
Basically, you're setting up tiers. It's kind of like when you do a Kickstarter, and you have all the levels and prizes and whatever.
So, I mean, it could be close to the same. It's just, like I said, there's embedded video, there's the community aspect. I don't know if Patreon has community aspect. Like I've never done Patreon. So, I mean, it could be close to the same. It's just one that's built for SEO and it's built for community right now. They're really wanting to build community, and it's kind of like a next level of Median. So it's like social media meets Median, meets your blog, meets your newsletter type thing. So I again, I don't know anything about Patreon, so I just know I've bought a lot of people coffee from Patreon.
I just put that on my website. But yeah, Patreon is used by a lot of artists and writers for a long time. It's been out there, and they take a cut too, of course. But yeah, I'm just trying to be a little more strategic this time because I'm getting tired of reinventing the wheel. So
yeah, me too. That's why I'm like, nope, we're doing books, we're doing speaking, we're doing podcasting, and we're doing Substack, and that's all I'm doing right now.
Okay. Well,
I do show up on Facebook because I've built a community over there. So like, I'll probably ghost again. You'll see me disappear for a long time, and then I'll come back when I'm doing another masterclass.
Yeah, I've been working on 3 books right now, and I feel like I've just totally fallen off the planet posting on media. I don't think I'm losing much. So.
I wasn't. I looked at the real ROI from everything, and I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm out.
And that's sort of why I'm like interested in this, because I was like, you know, what am I really doing? Where am I going to grow? You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm right with Lisa on that one. And Jennifer, you know, I bought your podcast thing, and I have yet to launch a podcast. So I guess my question
when you come back to launch it, just let me know, because I moved platforms.
That's my question. You know, like, should I do Substack first and then the podcast, or can I dovetail both of them at the same time?
Do them at the same time. Like we were talking about, and I was like, launch your podcast and then write about it a few weeks later and just stagger the content.
Okay. All right.
You can even record, you could just do lives on Substack and then release them on the podcast part later. Or if you want to go really
connection to YouTube and LinkedIn, because I have sort of switched where I want to focus a little bit more on that. And I have been doing a few more YouTube videos, but I'd like to grow my YouTube more than I'd want to grow anything else. So this is it. I was really excited to hear that. Random question. So I did want to, are you going to share emails, or I would love to connect with that. What was her name? Debbie said she knows, she's in Arizona, about ESA, because I'm in that space.
So if you have Google, my calendar accidentally sent emails. It put us all in the one Google thing.
All right.
I'm really sorry about that. It wasn't supposed to.
I won't be a stalker. I'll just send her an email and we'll see what happens.
It's Debbie Mann. DEBIM Mann. She's on every platform.
MAN or MANN?
NN. She's on every platform. So if you look even under any of my posts, the last few posts about the Substack thing, she's right there too.
All right. And then what was her name? Oh, she also lives in Arizona.
Nicole?
Thanks. Yeah.
She's in all the posts too.
Oh, is she in Tucson or Phoenix? I'm just curious.
I don't know. The last time I talked to her, she was in Washington. So I'm not sure where she's moved. I'm not sure.
That's cool. I'm trying to create a community out here, so we'll see what happens. Well, thanks for your time. I will.
Any other questions? Veronica, anybody?
No, just that I like Lisa, I'm going to actually sign up, but I think I have to push it out a month or so. So hopefully that's okay.
Like I said, and if you need to keep pushing it, like you sign up and you're like, no, this is not the right time, like feel free. Like I want this to be when you're ready, because just like this masterclass was kind of a fire hose, just think of this fire hose on just your business for 2.5 hours. And then you're going to get back this huge document of like implementation that you can do in steps if you want. But it is, at first it's a lot because that's just what I do. I'm like, yeah, you're in my space.
Yeah, I know.
But you also can always reach out to me when you get stuck on things. Like that's just how I am, because I don't want to just like give and whatever. So did you want the QR code? I think it's also set up. In theory, it's set up to come to you by email. I'm really terrible at things like this. So
yeah, I'll look for my email. It should be in there.
It's in the email, right?
It'll be in the email that comes out at like 8 p.m. tonight.
Okay.
But I'll also put, I'm going to put the replay in. Okay. So I'll send out that email will go before then. Or I can go like.
Awesome.
So go like this. Here, if you
want. Well, I'd love to share about what I've been working on one of these days.
Yeah, like let's just like catch up. Know that the 2 hours is not 2 hours ever.
That's how mine are too. Like 3. Yeah,
I should probably put more time in there. I do buffer them out. I put 2 hours, to be honest, in case because we can do it in 2 hours. But most people that come into my space are people that I'm like, I want to catch up to. So yeah.
Awesome.
But I'm really excited for these. So I will, and I can just make sure that you guys have the link too, and just make sure May rocks, so that you save the.
Okay.
Because that'll get it. That'll get the $100.
I'm gonna go get my coffee now, so I can.
Sounds good. I know these are early. I'm like, maybe I don't want to do these at 8 a.m. anymore.
Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. You've given me a lot to think about, and the strategy. Like I really think that Substack will be the thing to push me on everything else I've been planning on doing for the last year. So it's a good place to like collectively like build everything out, where you can strategically pull from there out. That's why I'm like, don't repurpose in, repurpose out, repurpose out, repurpose out, not in. We're remodeling in and we're purposing out. Good.
But
yeah,
there's a
because
way
I need to
that you
increase
can
my
do it all.
visibility. Yeah, and people are asking for my stuff. So it's like, oh, okay, I need to get on it.
And again, do I think this is going to be forever? I'm hoping it's not a Clubhouse trend. I really am. But right now it's working.
Okay.
And it's working pretty well. And they keep working on different things to help help people get out. They're not just pushing big creators. So.
Okay, good. And is your podcast group still a thing? I haven't plugged in, but I'd like to re-plug back in. So I just want to know what's what.
So the podcast group, the Bold Action Collective, it's technically still there. Okay. I've kind of moved that over into my Substack, so we're doing the hot seats and everything over on Substack. Okay. But if there's people that start posting in there, I might bring it back. I mean, it was just getting to be a lot for.
Okay, I'll just find you on Substack and just learn that.
Nobody's showing up over here, so I'm like, all right, then I'm gonna do something else.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I'm gonna ghost and go somewhere else. I'm on Substack. I still respond. I'm on Facebook every day still, because I have built so many relationships over there. And I don't know. I'm still a glutton for punishment, I guess.
We all are.
But I feel like it's made for like the old school. Like I feel like I never got into like Instagram and TikTok. I'm like, I think I'm too old for that platform.
I never did, so when you compare Instagram, I'm like, okay, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So It's the same thing on Facebook. Like we used to go into Facebook groups and try to find people. You're doing the same thing over on Substack. But right now, Substack is, like I said, half my feed is people I don't know, but it's learning by people I'm subscribing to and what I'm interested in. And it's just sharing their notes with me. And I've gotten a lot of people. I've made some good connections. I'm being referred to. Like when you find people, you can put like, here's all the people that I'm referring out. So when somebody subscribes to me, the people that I wanted to like share their stuff, it's like, do you want to subscribe to these people too? So you're immediately getting it. And that's why collaboration is, it's really a people first right now.
You've been doing it? It was like 5 weeks or something. How long have you been on Substack?
I've been on Substack for, really attempting it for probably like 45 to 60 days.
Yeah. And you had how many people sign up? Like 5?
For this class I have 4. I have 4 paid subscribers over there out of 80. So 80 subscribers, 4 are paid.
Okay.
But I have also got a $500 coaching client out of there. I've also been offered to speak on some stages. I've built some relationships. So it's not just the subscriber stuff. There's like other things that I'm building from. I actually got there's a production client that wants to start next month from there. So it's really, it's building the relationships. Like the subscriptions are going to be like the icing on the cake for me, how I'm doing it. And I think that as people realize like, oh yeah, like I get daily action steps. Like here's 15-minute action I can take every day to keep my business moving. Plus they get hot seat coaching. I think as that grows, you know.
Yeah.
It's just building it. So, and it does take work. I won't lie. It's work, but
everything is work. So might as well get paid for it.
But it's focused. I think it's focused, and it's really like the conversations I'm having with people and the opportunities that are opening up. I'm like, I could not get this other places because I just get lost in DMs and algorithms and stuff.
Well, that's good to hear because I'm getting real tired of wasting my time, basically.
I don't feel like it's a waste right now.
No, I can hear that. That's where I'm like, it'd be nice to put my time somewhere where the likelihood is it's going to come back, That would be nice.
Yeah, I was surprised when I first started. I was like, whatever. And I started willy-nillying stuff. And then I hired 2 mentors of my own because they're both doing it differently. And I liked both concepts. So I've taken both concepts and I've made it into something that's like, this one's way too complicated and this one's way too AI. Let's merge them together and make them friends so that we're not sounding too robotic and that we're also not having to work so damn hard. Because I'm tired.
I understand. It's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm trying to get everything done before I go up for the baby. And it's just like, get the website reburn, it's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to do it, I'd love to get some return on it. Start seeing some movement.
Yeah. And again, it takes time and it takes relationship building.
But I'm spending time anyway. I'm spending the time anyway. I might as well. I'd rather have people there, which I do have some people, but I was thinking about this. It's like, well, these people come, but they're not paying. And I didn't invite those people to get paid by them necessarily. I wanted their feedback on the beta course. But when I roll it out, I really want people to pay to partake in it. So anyway.
And if you could take that beta course and extend it over 12 months, so you're only dropping little bits of content, you could build that behind Substack and then just work on building relationships. Again, it's all about building relationships.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because that's where, when I come back after this extended time away, that was kind of one of the next things is it's a 6-unit course and then making that into something that I can turn around and get paid for. But I wasn't sure about where to put it because every time I've done it before, it doesn't turn into revenue,
And I mean, it's not a guaranteed revenue. You still have to position, right? Like everything is positioning and what you put in. But I really hear what I'm putting in, I'm getting back.
Yeah, that's great.
And my coaching client was a business coaching client. It wasn't even based on podcasting. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how this happened, but here you go. Here's a link. Sign up. Let's work through this together. And then the opportunities to teach, like I'm now teaching this in different places. I've pitched some pretty big stages to teach this, and they're looking at my Substack and they're like, okay, yeah, you don't have many, but there's like a lot of rewards that we're getting. And like I said, we're all sitting on so much content.
Mhm.
And we're always redoing something. We're coming up with something new and stuff like this. Well, instead of doing that, let's just tweak it a little bit and make it work for a platform that could, again, open that wallet and help the people. Because again, even at $10 that opened, I trust you enough to get that energy flowing and the energetic exchange. You know,
Right.
and you can do premium services over there too. It's just harder to sell into them because the platform's not quite ready for coaching over there yet. We're kind of we're bending the model a little bit right now. But
Okay.
I better go get my coffee.
sounds good.
Gotta go too, but thank you so much,
Thank
Jennifer. I
you,
really appreciate your
guys.
time.
I
All
do.
right.
I'm excited to see both of you and to catch up. Like,
All right. Sounds good. Take care. Bye.
Bye.